Good morning, everyone. Here it is 5 a.m. here in Florida, and it is beautiful. Oh my gosh. Just so, I love early mornings. I sat out on my porch for a while and I could hear just the birds that were waking up, and it was so wonderful just to listen and just a little tiny bit of breeze going through the leaves on the trees, and it just was so relaxing, so relaxing. And so then finally, when I finished my first cup of coffee, I come on in here, and this room is my cave. I love it in here. Just I have craft supplies everywhere. This is my cave and my haven and my safe place. And my whole house is really a craft studio, but I just love my little room B. We call this room B. So we're here for our today's Beginner's Zentangle Learn With Me series. And I am just loving Zentangle. I am learning so much, and I learn what I learned with you all on these little videos, and then, but I just keep going even further. I just keep going and keep going. So now I'm finding little dangles I can put on my Zentangles, putting color into them. I'm just having, it's just so wonderful. I'm so glad that I started this up again. Yet, like I said, I did it years ago, and then all of a sudden I stopped, but someone encouraged me to start up again, and I'm so glad that they did, and that was my friend Beth. And so today we're going to do blooming butter. This is called blooming butter. It is one flower is blooming butter, and then you can just keep going with it and adding more and more and more. And we're just going to do the simple version today. And I'm getting that out of this book that I have, this one that I use, the Great Zentangle book. I love this book. I use this book, and I also go online and find so many different Zentangle teachers. And there's just so much to do. And you end up with such beautiful, beautiful images just following along. So this morning we're going to do the blooming butter, and that was designed by Michelle Beauchamp, Beauchamp. She's from Australia. And so you will see that this is very, very simple to do, but my goodness, once you get going, how pretty it can be. So I'm going to pull you up a little closer here, so you can see what I'm doing. Now, we start with double lines. One, we're going to put in 5. So you want them kind of evenly spaced. Kind of, not perfectly. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Sort of evenly spaced. I could maybe pull you up just a bit closer. Okay, now, once you get those 5 double lines evenly spaced, almost like in a star shape, then you're going to make a little circle in the wide parts, in between each of those sections. A little circle. So then you have 5 circles. Okay? Those circles, you can go ahead and color those in. But when you color them in, leave just a little space uncolored so it looks like a little dot in the middle or somewhere on it. It just gives it that little sparkle. I'm going to color those in now. You can color them in later. Just leave a little dot as you're coloring. I kind of go in a circular motion and just leave just a little dot. And that little dot gives it that little sparkle. Okay, then you're going to go to now you have those two lines sticking up. Go to the inside, and make like a lazy M, and then aura it over the top, and do that all the way around your flower. So you're just connecting the where you put the two double lines. You're just connecting, not the lines you put, but in on the outside of the lines. And aura it. And you can have your auras connected right to, or you can have them just floating on their own. And these ones I just have kind of floating. They're not connected to anything. They're just kind of floating above. And that's my first flower. I'm going to put now some little veins up the flower. Oh, 2 or 3 or 4, whatever fits. So on some of mine, I've got 3, 7, 4. This one's got 2. That one's got 3. That one's got 4. That one's got 4. It's got like little eyelashes. And that's basically it. Then you take your pencil and you do the little shading. The shading really, I just kind of go around the edges and do a little shading with my pencil. And now you could even, after you play with it for a while, you might want to use colored pencil and do a little shading or coloring. I'm finding I really, really do like coloring. But today I'm just going to shade this with pencil. I am getting so happy with my coloring. Just, I can go all day without doing any dishes, without any cooking. That vacuum cleaner, that's such a waste. When you have all this time that you can do doodling, any kind of a doodleist. You're a doodleist, professional doodleist. And then I'm using my stump and I am just blending in that pencil. When you do the pencil with just a light scribble, don't ever press hard with your pencil, just a light. And then when you go through with your stump and blend it, you lose those pencil lines. And look at there. See that flower? Almost got that fly that time. This fly's been in this room for 2 days. I don't want to murder it. I just feel bad about murdering flies. But I might have to get my fly flapper in here if that guy still keeps landing on me. I thought flies were only supposed to live 24 hours. But there he is again. That fly, he was here yesterday. And maybe he's not been living 24 hours, but he's going to croak on his own. I really hate killing anything. I just don't like killing things. Okay, now I'm going to make another. As I did on this one, I've got a cluster of blooming butter. Go away, fly. I have to name him pretty soon. He's been here for 2 days and he's named. Okay, and so when I do that, I'm going to be kind of close here. I'm not going to go too far away, although you can go far away. You can go anywhere you want. It's your paper. But we're going to go, and I don't want my pencil, I want my pen. Okay, now, 2 there, 2 there, 3, 4, 5. Now see here, that set of 2 right there, it was close to this flower. That's good because it's going to go under the flower. And so then I'm going to put my little circles in. This flower is going to be a little bit smaller. See there? Color those in a little bit. There he is again, that fly. Call him Fred. Fred, you need to go somewhere. Gosh, I remember back in the day when my brothers were little, they used to catch flies and pull their wings off. They were so mean. They were so mean to them flies. Okay, so now I'm gonna. They would. They'd pull their wings off and then let them go, and they couldn't fly anymore. But Fred, oh, now he's stopping and washing his hands. Oh, never mind. Wonder why he's brushing his hands together. I guess he's washing his hands. Kind of feel bad for bugs that were born bugs. See there now how that one looks like it's going right underneath. Because bugs, I mean, the Orchid Man, the Terminix Man, that's all they do is kill them poor bugs. Not that I want bugs. I mean, I don't want bugs. I don't like bugs, but then I just feel bad about killing bugs. But now, most bugs that come into my house, if they come into my house, they're probably doomed anyway, but some of them I have my husband catch them and bring them outside so they can live where they belong, because they belong to be outside. Now, if a lizard eats them, that's just the circle of life, because we have lizards. We got a lot of lizards outside. Every once in a while, one even comes in the house. If one comes in the house, because the doggy doors, they come in because the doors for the doggies are open. And so a lizard might come in the house. I let them stay because then they will, if there is any bugs, if they find any, they'll eat them. I don't have bugs in my house, usually, except this fly, Fred, here. Fred is just flying through. And so here we go, and I'm going to just blend that one. See, so now I got two flowers. Okay, there. So now I have two, and that one's kind of tucked behind this one. I'm going to go right here. And I'm going to make a third. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See there? I'm even getting them better now. I'm going to put my circle in between each one of my two things, my two little parallel lines, and color them in, except leave that little spot so it sparkles. So we need sparkle. We need sparkle in our life. Sparkle is very important to be in our. Did you see Fred land on my finger? Excuse me for Fred interrupting us like this. I gotta make these a little darker on this one. I just have to fix these. So I'm just getting them a little bit darker. Here, that's better. Now I'm all happy again. And so then I'm going to do my little lazy M's up there. It's sort of like the top of a heart, sort of, but make it roundish. Don't make it real. And then I make a pointy one. I was going to say don't make a pointy one, but then it got pointy. What am I shaking? The camera or the table? Maybe both. Okay. And so then I'm going to aura that up there at the top. Okay, Fred, you can sit there as long as you be still and don't bother me. And see, that one's not all the way really under. I'm going to try and get my next one real under. Down under. Because it come from Australia. The designer of this one from Australia, and those people in Australia, they are the down unders. Down unders. So I want to get these down under. And then I'm going to, this stump, I'm going to have to sharpen this stump. My stump is getting a little stumpy. Oops, not you, you're already done. There, look at that. Good night noise. I like that one. Okay, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to have my middle. You know what I did on these middles? Because I thought the middles kind of looked lonely and empty. So I just took a little spiral and I just made a little spiral in the center because I thought it kind of looked empty. So I made just a little spiral like that. See, that kind of fills up that center, makes it look a little bit more different. Not better, just different. Okay, so I'm gonna try and do this one, like right here. I'm gonna try and go close. So I'm going to just two short lines here, two short, and here. Okay, this is gonna be the, and then like this, and then like this. Okay, so now that my lines are, this flower should be more under than, we'll see how that goes. Under it. So I'm putting my circles in. It's got 5 little circles, and I'll color them in. We call this blooming butter. I love the names of these. How um, I love. Well, I like to name everything. You know, everything needs to have a name. The refrigerator, you can call it Fred too. Okay, so now I'm going to attach my petals up here. Now see, and now these ones are under, so they really, this doesn't hardly even get a petal because it's under. See there? Those two parts of it, it's underneath this petal. They're hiding, playing hide and seek. And then I'll put the little veins of the petal, little bitty veins of the petal. And then I'm going to go with my pencil and I'm going to shade it. Apologize again for not being here yesterday with my tangles, although I was doing tangles, but I have also got just my little business venture that I work on with my cigar box junk journal kits, and oh my goodness, I've been blessed with orders for them that hopefully now today I'll get a couple of those finished and out, but I've been very busy with them, and so although I've sat here and tangled, I haven't turned on my camera. So, but I catch up after a while. And so there we go. That's beautiful. And then you can, like, let me show you in the book here. Here what she shows us is one of the blooming butter put together, how she did it. And here she has one put together. And then she shows us then here how, let's see, how she has used blooming butter, and okay, this is a combination of blooming butter and printemps. Okay, so the printemps must be the swirls because she's got little swirls all the way around and just kind of finished it off. On this image here, she's just got the, here is some of the blooming butter. Here's some more blooming butter. But over here, she's got different tangles here. And she's even got like little snakes, looks like, almost coming out of her, the center parts of her flower, out of these here, like little snakes. They almost look like she's got coming out of this. And so I think what I'll do here is I will go with some of these swirls, but she's calling them printemps, Printemps, printemps. And so just in little spots like this, then you can put that little printemp, which is a swirl, and just put them in here and there. And you get going with your, the more you learn, the more of these little pieces that you learn, the more you can do with each new one. because then you can add. You can add to them all over. And these are fun. You can make little ones or big ones. You can put them wherever you want to have them. Like this way. See there how pretty that is? And it just start getting so, everything is decorated. And then here, like here I can see on this one, like in the spaces, she's got some spaces then that can use some little filling. And so what she did was, like, here is let's see, here's a space in between these three little pretemps swirls, and just fill that in a little bit. Just get that little spot filled in. Okay, so then if you go and put that little swirl there and fill in that little spot there and just get a little dark. That little bitty one there. And it's so pretty. I think they're just gorgeous. So and then you can maybe you can go out, you start making it your own then. Then what did we call these? Zingers? We did these the other day, these little zingers. And there you go. You can put some zingers out. Send some zingers out. See, I remembered that name. We can put some zingers out in our in our in our and see how it, I think it's pretty. And then maybe we'll put one more zinger here. And then what was another one we learned? We learned the poke leaf. The poke leaf. Let's do a poke leaf coming out from here. Okay. I like the poke leaf too. Well, I guess I like them all. And then you can have a poke leaf or 6. Let's do a couple poke leaves over here. I have tried drawing so much in my days, and I feel like nothing turns out like I think it would be perfect. And I'm learning now, since I'm doing this, everything's perfect. It just turns out perfect. I don't have anything to complain about. It's just beautiful. It's just, everything is beautiful. And so then you can just do some little veiny things. I'm not sure if these have a name. I just call them tendrils because that's like tendrils on a flower. And when you start something like this, it's just like you can just keep going and just keep going. And you don't stop. It's just the more you do, the more beautiful it gets. And like I say, use those things we've already learned. That's the poke leaf. I like that poke leaf. I think that's awesome. and they're just so pretty. And and so then you end up with a beautiful piece. It's just a beautiful piece. If you were to put this piece on the front of a greeting card and write happy birthday and send it to somebody on their birthday, they would absolutely love this. And then, like I say, the coloring. If you want to start getting into coloring, go away, Fred. Go, Fred. Geez, that's Fred. I swear I'm going to have to speak to that fly. But anyhow, that's what I have for you today. I have that. I have that beautiful blooming butter, and added a few things to that blooming butter, and look how beautiful it is. I think it is just beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to let you know that you are stronger than you know. You are stronger than you know. Words of hope and encouragement for someone living with a chronic illness. And I'm going to, let's see, hold on to the good things in life. Let's see, Pamela Owens Renfro read this. We're going to see what she has to say about hold on to the good things in life. Life continues around us, even when our troubles seem to stop time. There is good in everyday life. Take a few minutes to distract yourself from your concerns, long enough to draw strength from a tree or to find pleasure in a bird's song. Return a smile. Realize that life is a series of levels, cycles of ups and downs, some easy, some are challenging. Through it all, we learned. We grow strong in faith. We mature in understanding. The difficult times are often the best teachers, and there is good to be found in all situations. Reach for the good. Be strong, and don't give up. And like I say, Pamela Owens Renfro wrote that, and she had some smart words to share with us. And I wish for you all to be happy, to let God watch over you every step you take, every move you make, and happy tangling. Happy, happy tangling. And God bless.